And here I am with Onslaught. Well, hello guys, nice to see you all again.
And you again?
So here we are in London, third night of the tour.
Yeah.
Bristol last night and Birmingham the night before.
Yep.
And how did they go?
Fantastic. Birmingham has always been kind of a weird one for us, but Wednesday night was actually really good, really enjoyable show. Just a little bit of rust and a few cobwebs, you know. Blew a few of them out, and Bristol last night was amazing. It was our first headline show in Bristol since we've been back together. We played one as soon as we were back together, 2006 I think, and this was the first one since. It's 7 years, and we ain't going to leave it so long next time. It was really good, really good show.
And I think you're going to have quite a fair audience tonight. I know several people are coming.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. Yeah, I mean it's always been good when we play London, so hopefully it won't be any different tonight.
And who picks the set list?
Oh dear, that's a sticky point in a way. Well, we all do. We all sit around and discuss it because it's obviously something very important, and we've been finding it very difficult on this tour to get it right.
We've gone through the first 3 gigs with 3 different set lists, but I think we're doing the same one we did yesterday.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean it's obviously we've had the same set list now for 2.5 years, so we've got that really fluid. It works perfectly. But now obviously we've got the new album tracks to fit into the equation, which ones to take out, and then it throws the whole balance because the tracks are obviously different tempos, so you need to balance things out, and then tracks off this album, that album, that album. And as it's the 30th anniversary year, we're trying to play tracks off every album as well, so it's really tough. The first night really didn't work. It was kind of a little bit stiff in places, but we changed it again in Birmingham and again last night, and it kind of worked last night. So we're going to stick with it again and see how it goes tonight.
Excellent.
Got a few more songs to add in through the tour maybe, and chop and change. But
and do you find when it comes to encore that when people shout out for songs, what's the most popular one they seem to be shouting out for?
Yeah, generally the ones we're not playing. I mean, you've always got your Metal Forces and Let There Be Death, you know, and Killing Peace. But I mean, we don't have many gaps, especially at the front end of the set. We just go for it. First, probably 5 or 6 songs are just straight through, so nobody's got a chance to get a word in.
Yeah, that's our master plan.
Northside, that keeps him quiet as well. So. But no, I mean we start off. Obviously, we're starting the set with Chaos is King, obviously, because it's the lead track off the new album. Then we go into Killing Peace from there. So we're playing some of the tracks that people are likely to be shouting out from the beginning, and it's kind of heavily loaded with cool stuff at the front. So.
And on about the new album, I understand looking at different magazines, different places, you'll get some really good reviews.
Reviews have been amazing, absolutely amazing. You know, when an album's due to come out, or when you finish recording and it's gone to pressing and out to the press, it's kind of really nervous time. Because, I mean, we obviously, or think or know, we made a great record in our minds, but you can never second guess what press and fans are going to think. You know?
It's a really good album. I keep playing it. I actually got it on my MP3 as I get to work, and people who don't know much about Metal Music or anything else, I played it.
Cool.
And you got it on, and you're midway through something, and you go 6 fucking sing.
I try not to sing things out loud. Especially with phone calls, it can get really embarrassing. And that's one of my favourite tracks as well. I mean, there's several ones that really stick out. But that one for me, with the beginning and the whole middle section, is like, and then the end, it's just the whole works are in there.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we obviously planned it. We wanted a kind of new Onslaught live anthem. You know, we've had Metal Forces since 1986, and it's a song we always play, and the fans always want to hear. But we felt it was time for a new one.
And what's your favourite tracks of the album?
I'd like Chaos is probably my favourite track on the album. 666. I think is great. I like Dead Man Walking, I think it's a slightly different track on there as well. It's a bit more trad metal, isn't it? It's the exact word that I'm using, but it's a bit more the metally sort of track, so I like that one.
For me, probably Chaos, because it's so brutal and aggressive, and it was a song that I really spent a lot of time working on, because it needed to flow, because it's really difficult to write fast songs just to keep it interesting. It's easy to play one note fast and not really go anywhere with it, but
especially at our age.
we wanted to keep the cool riffs in there, lots of hooks and stuff, and it was really tough to do that. So I was tweaking it right up until we did the recordings, really, and even after I was still fiddling with it. And obviously the other one of my favourites, Children of the Sand, just for the pure differentness of it as an Onslaught song, and what that we managed to achieve the picture I had in my head of where I wanted it to go and what I wanted it to represent. So those two are probably my favourite tracks.
And have you found this album difficult to put down together? Because it's been a while since you've done the last one.
No, and the writing came really easy, to be honest. We found a formula with Sounds of Violence, a way to work, a way to write and record, and we just follow that through with this one. And obviously, having Michael Horahan in the band now has really allowed us a lot more freedom within the music that we can write. He's so good. I mean, we can throw anything at him. He will play absolutely anything possible. And however crazy a riff we come up with, he'll come up with something equally as crazy on the drums. And it's just brings a smile to your face. Sometimes he's just playing away, and he's just so relaxed. So he's not even breaking sweat, and he's coming up with all this crazy stuff on the kick drums, especially like this. Adds so much energy to the album.
Yeah, but when we were rehearsing the new set, the new songs, we actually had to rein him in. So I said, okay, Chaos needs to slow down a little bit. He's phenomenal. He's an animal.
That's brilliant.
Very good.
And on the tour bus, is it good fun?
Yeah, I mean, it has been so far.
Do you play practical tricks on each other, or?
I'm sure that will arise at some point. But at the moment, everybody's just sort of finding their ground with each other and getting to know everybody. But first 2 nights have been really good. Everything's been really chill, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been incredibly pleasant. It's been very nice.
We've seen some of the photographs. It look pretty good.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, excellent. And I also asked this question: Marmite, love it or hate it?
Hate it.
Love it.
There you go. I think it's working out about 50-50 with everybody at the moment.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is very strange.
Yeah.
No, I think if no one liked it, nobody buy it, though.
Hold on, someone wants to ask a question.
I was going to ask, have you got plans in 2014 to do a full UK tour?
Well, obviously, with this tour, it's only just purely English dates. So, in next year, probably February, March, I'm going to speak to our agent next week about it. I'm looking to book a tour for more Southern Europe, because we've missed out France, Spain, Italy, Portugal on this one. So obviously we need to go to those places because we're very popular there. And obviously Scotland,
I know there's
Northern
quite a demand
Ireland, and Wales as well. So we're definitely going to put those in. So probably look at another week's worth of dates from sort of weekend through to weekend, and maybe Manchester or Liverpool or something like that. Obviously we're not going to play the places that we've just played again, but so yeah, definitely there's going to be some more UK shows for sure. Yeah.
and hopefully be Armageddon.
We shall see.
What was that?
The Armageddon. Yeah, Jim was chewing my ear off on Wednesday.
I had a feeling he might have.
Continuously.
So, is it easy to keep in touch with your families while you're away on tour?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the internet helps, obviously, with stuff like that, Skype and things. It's always cool, but I'm sure I'll come back with a huge phone bill, as always, when I come back. But it's part and parcel. I need to speak to them every day, and I like to be in touch. It's tough being away, but we have a great time when we're away, and obviously you miss your family when you're out there. But, so so it makes it all much sweeter when you go back home.
And what do you do to relax while you're on the road?
Sleep. Copious amounts. Yeah, sleep and drink a lot, basically.
We kind of shift our body clocks. It was like Jeff saying earlier, we stay up till like 3 or 4 in the morning drinking, and then stay in bed till like midday until we arrive at a venue. And then it's time to load in, and then your body clock shifts like by 4 hours or something. I just sleep so much.
You certainly become a lot more nocturnal when you're on the road. And it's good fun. It's bizarre. Like I say, so you finish the show, try to hang out with as many people as possible on the bus, a couple of drinks just to chill out. You go to bed, wake up, and you're in a different country. It's very strange.
I love it myself. I can sleep on a tour bus. It just rocks me. And a train as well. I mean, the same. You just sleep so easy. So these beds are really comfortable on a bus. It's nice.
Is there any location you're looking forward to going back to?
Oh yeah, there's so many. So many around the world I love going to, particularly South American stuff.
But on this particular tour, that place we played in Lithuania.
Yeah, that was very good. It was a club in Vilnius, in Lithuania. We arrived there and it was like this kind of, what was it? It was like a theatre type thing.
Yeah, it looks like an old Wild West theatre. It's
really grand inside.
Really amazing venue.
It's, all these like balustraded all around the balconies and all, these long draped curtains. It's fantastic. And the gig was absolutely incredible. So we're playing there again on this tour. So hopefully it'll be we're looking forward to that one in particular. Yeah.
And is it really good when you look out whichever country you're in to see all these different fans singing your songs?
Yeah, I mean that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
I mean that's the best feeling you're ever going to get. You can't.
And as you've had a few albums out, as you said, have you found the age range?
Oh, incredible! I mean, last night the whole front row was kids, and then obviously you've got the older guys behind. I mean, well, I've seen a few of the old. I've seen so many old faces last night from the past in Bristol. A lot of them were walking wounded after, but they're still going for it in the pits and stuff. But no, I mean, I had a group of kids come up to me after, and they were 16. Like, and I think I'm not sure if it was his mum or his auntie or something. She said, "Would you speak to him, please?" He said, "You're his idol." And I was like, "Sure." And he was like. But no, it's amazing that we've got all these young kids listening to the music now, and that was part of the planning when we made the sixth album. That it's going to be interesting for young kids as well. I mean, we've kept it old school, but made it modern at the same time. And that was the idea, and we tried to balance that out. And I think we got it right, and it mixed. The blend was really good, and it's like there's something for the older fans and newer fans alike on the album.
And the artwork on the album.
Just speak on that.
The artwork was done by a gentleman called.
Para Lofson.
We came up with the initial sort of concept, sent off like a very rough mock-up, and he produced this fantastic album cover. Again, I've been doing the album covers up until this one. I thought it was time for a change, something a little bit different, something that's not my style at all, and I think he's done a fantastic job. It looks great on the shirts, the backdrop is spectacular. Give him a couple of little nudges along the way, but in general, he just did a fantastic job on it. So.
I mean, the thinking when we came up with it is, so as Jeff said, we've moved out different territory, we've never gone down this route before. So the thinking behind it was, let's get a sleeve. I remember when I was a kid, you'd go into Virgin Records or HMV Records, and you'd buy records just based on the cover. You'd see it if you'd never heard of the band or whatever. Wow, that looks amazing! I'm going to buy that just because of the way it looks, and that's what we wanted to achieve with this one. It couldn't have turned out better. It's perfect for what contained on the CD as well. It fits perfect.
And on about artwork, tattoos. I see you have tattoos.
Yes, not as many as this gentleman.
How old were you when you got your first one?
I was Probably, that's a good question, that. Mid-20s? I think I left it quite a while before I got my first one done. I was always talking about getting one done. My girlfriend beat me to it at the time. Got a tattoo done. I thought, okay, well, I can't. I've got no excuses now. I can't. My girlfriend had a tattoo on me, not. So it went from there. So about 25, something like that. And it's very addictive.
15 months. There was only one tattooist in Bristol at the time. I was a young punk rocker at the time, and then I got myself a Sid Vicious tattoo on my arm with memoriam dates on, and I remember it was a hot summer that year, and I was just wearing a leather jacket around the house all the time. And my mum goes, "Why are you wearing a jacket around the house?" Party. It's like, a few days later, everything I ever done, my mum would find out how. I don't know how she ever found it. But anyway, we sat down to dinner one evening, leather jacket on, sweating. When are you going to show me that tattoo then? Like, all right, take your jacket off.
So she made you suffer for a while with the leather jacket.
Yeah, I think that was her kind of punishment. She probably knew the same day I had it done, actually. But yeah, as Jeff said, it's very addictive. Keep on going, can't stop.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for giving us some of your time. I know you've got some other interviews to do and you'll be on stage in a while.
It's been a pleasure as always. Very interesting questions, actually.
Yeah, very good.
We'll be here watching you when you're on stage, and really looking forward to it. Love the album.
Excellent stuff.
Really looking forward to you doing it.
We expect to see you in the mosh pit later.
Yeah, the last one I went in, I got injured, so I'm going to have to be really, really careful. Thank you very much, Bill.
Pleasure. Thank you.